Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Princess of Aesthetically Princess, and today we are doing my monthly bullet journal setup. So if you are new here, then you don't know that I do a bullet journal setup at the end of every month so that I can get started for the next month, because I bullet journal on my tablet. Now, if you are also really confused as to what is going on, what is bullet journaling? It is a form of, just journaling, but it's a little bit more artistic, and it kind of helps you organize both yourself emotionally sometimes, as well as daily. So I like to do mine on my tablet because it's easier, and I usually try and make sure I have things for you guys so that you can see what kind of theme I'm going for this month. So this month, if you don't know, if you can't tell by the title, I'm going for cottagecore. So I actually really enjoy cottagecore. I think it's so pretty, I think it's so cute, and I think it can be like one of the most beautiful aesthetics ever, just because of how soft it is. So I'm going to get started on my setup. I'm actually really excited, so I hope you guys are excited too. So let's get into the video. Okay guys, up for the first part is my cover page. Now if you are new here, then you don't know that my cover page is always a coloring page. This is the coloring page that is available for my second tier Patreon users. So if you ever decide to finally go on Patreon, you'll and become one of my patrons, I offer this one, and then there's always one up for each month, and you can always download those. Whenever you guys download these and you use them, just tag me either on Twitter, and my information's down below, or if you use it, or if you post it on Instagram, you can always just add the hashtag Princess Black Heart D. Now let's talk about this particular theme. So for this theme, I was like, ooh, what would be a great idea to go for the month of August? It's the end of summer, but it's like the beginning of, it's the end of summer, but the beginning of the fall season. And I didn't want to go full fall, and I really like the idea of a cute, sweet cottagecore idea. I think one of my favorite parts about this entire thing is the sheer bottom of her skirt and the little shoes that she has on. I was actually really excited about having this particular outfit. I actually went through Pinterest and things like that and tried to find some different cottagecore outfits, so I have a bunch of sketches. Actually, you can see all the sketches, particularly on Twitter. So if you go on Twitter right now, you'll probably find a post that says 12 a.m. sketches, cottagecore sketches, and this is one of them. I kind of just elongated her skirt at the time and then added her basket and then the sheer bottoming. I like the idea of her skirt being just uber duper long, and then just to have that really cute lace peek through. I was like, ooh, that's a cute idea. I mean, if you ever decide to do anything else for her lace, I mean, go for it. I'm not opposed. But as for me, I was like, ooh, I know exactly what I want to do. So as for the coloring for this the color scheme for this entire bullet journal, I like the idea of browns, and then the tan of the background I use a lot, very, very often. I actually use it just regularly for whenever I have someone that needs to work with me for a new project, unless they pick the background. It's usually their default background color, because you can see things, the prettier colors pop off of it a lot better than just white. So this is the default coloring, and I thought it fit just the theme so well. It even kind of matches my sweater that I have on. I actually thought that was very interesting to me, but ignore the message. I was working at the time that I was filming this, but at the same time, this theme was a lot of fun for me, period, all the way through. One thing I'm gonna have to tell you right now is we're going to be skipping over the making of the quote page. So if you're new here, then you don't know that every time I do one of these, I always draw the quote page usually on screen. But because of how I set up my quote page, which I will talk about momentarily, so that you can get it, so we can get through it, I actually ended up not being able to put it in this video, but you can find them on TikTok. Yes, them I made too. So as for quote pages, I decided randomly enough that I was going to look on Pinterest for cute foresty themed quotes, and I found a few. I found two, and I was like, I don't know which one to pick, and then I picked both of them, and I just started sketching, and this sketch ended up being a lot more how do you say, detailed than my usual quote pages. And actually they both took about an hour, and they took about an hour because I did them not on camera, so they were a lot longer. Like I said, you can find them both on TikTok, or if you go to my Twitter page, I'll have posted them both here by the time this is up. As for like how they are, they're both a very cute like overall theme for both of them. One is a hand holding a flower and the other is a girl walking through the forest. You'll see them at the end of this video, but I'm just telling you now that we're gonna have to skip over that part. But I'm almost finished with these little mushrooms, but at the same time I also don't draw mushrooms often, so do not fault me for that, please. I'm just not a mushroom person, but at this time I kind of just needed them to be a part of the theme because they fit so well. I don't do the color of mushrooms very often, and as for the quotes for the quote pages, I'm going to tell you them now. The first one is, "Can we speak in flowers? It will be easier for me to understand." And as for the second one, it's let's respond in grace even when others don't. So you can kind of go ahead and I guess think of what you think they're going to be drawn as, but if you actually want to know, you just have to wait till the end of the video. I actually had fun drawing both of them, so 10 out of 10 would recommend you also doing it. I thought it was just uber duper cute, so that's just the me thing, bruh. Also just realized that I didn't color in her leg all the way. So I'm kind of upset about this because it cut halfway out. I was almost finished with it and literally it cut the rest of the video out. I was so upset and kind of mad. So you'll see it at the end, but this one also is like the idea of a cute cottagecore picnic. This is what this kind of page is, and I actually really like it. I thought it actually came out really well. In the end, you won't be able to see it. Goodness gracious, I'm so upset about that. I didn't notice that it had cut out when it did until I got finished with it because I wasn't completely paying attention to my camera at the time. Now, as for this, I was like, what would the theme be if I kind of just hit it with the cute, sweet, very how do you say, tan looking picnic vibes. So if you like go on a picnic, get the picnic basket, a cute hat, and then I ended up putting down this little jean patch with little flowers in it. I actually ended up finishing this entire thing. I love the font. I think that's one of my favorite things. The font that I used for the month is typewriter, and it just looks so cute, especially when you kind of space the letters differently. It just ended up becoming like this really, really pretty, how do you say, really pretty like pocket of flowers. I thought it was really cute. I try and incorporate a few flowers whenever I did this, but like, you know, can't always have everything go your way. I'm pretty okay with flowers and plants and things like that, but are they my best friends? No, oddly enough. This was actually a lot of fun. This particular page was a lot of fun. It took a lot longer than I thought it would, but I ended up turning on some music, but it took longer than I thought it would, but at the same time, it just ended up going well. I ended up adding these cute little mushrooms just because I was like, ooh, adding the mushrooms, do it for the TikTok. Again, I tried to keep with the mushroom and plant and the tans and things like that. Again, I'm not a mushroom person, so if these mushrooms look inaccurate, don't fault me. I'm an idiot. Okay, so now we're getting to the part that took the longest, which is, you know, the details of all of these freaking pieces, especially the picnic tape, the picnic basket. You'll see the technique that I use. I don't know if it cuts out me using the same technique for this picnic basket or if it shows it. I wasn't really able to double check whether it shows it or not, but at the same time, you'll see this particular, the way I draw baskets, I also use on my mood tracker, because it's the same, like, how do you say, theme in a different way, but it's the same idea. I actually like the way that this basket actually came out. I love the little frills that come out of the top of it. It'll have a few frills. You can see in the sketches that it'll have like a cute little frills that come out of it. And then I also like the way the basket overall looks. As for the basket, if goodness gracious, I've covered it with my arm like an idiot because this part got hard. But the way I do the cross hatching on the basket is I went on ahead and put lines downward, going downwards, and then across, and then erase certain spaces. So like if you ever seen brick, the way brick is drawn, like the sizing of brick is the same idea for the size that I have in here. It makes it just a lot easier. Ooh, that was the sound of my wrist. But it's a lot easier to, you know, have the spacing correct and things like that. Like I said, I thought it came out pretty. If you don't think it came out pretty, I'm sorry. But at the same time, even though it did come out pretty, these would be such cute stickers. This basket in particular, I just absolutely fell in love with. I'm so sad that I don't have like a picnic basket of my own. And yes, you heard me correctly. I don't own a picnic basket. I'm kind of sad about that. After drawing this cottagecore theme, I'm kind of sad I don't have a picnic basket. But overall, I kind of really did enjoy this entire thing so much. So now comes the erasing part to this. I think this is the most tedious task ever, just because of how long it freaking takes. But anyways, on to talking about the rest of this page. There's nothing really else to talk about. I just added the frills to the basket, and then I added a ribbon on the hat, and then there's flowers in the pocket that I ended up adding as well. And then I ended up adding the colors to the rest of those mushrooms. You'll see those mushrooms again on my my daily planner page. So you'll see them again, I promise. But like at the same time, I'm just I'm trying to keep you informed because of what happened to this stinking video. But enjoy. I know you're tired of hearing me talk.
잘난 사람 많고 많지 누군 어딜 놀러 갔다지 좋아요는 안 눌렀어 나만 이런 것 같아서 저기 인스타그램 속에 그런 걱정을 왜 해 물어볼 뿐이야 어허허 왜 TV 드라마로 끝내기엔 저 다리 나무 갈라서 So I just wanna talk about you and me 가만을 위로 잠긴 목소리로 차가워진 폰을 밤새 달고 빛나는 하늘도 훌쩍 나 있는 시간 속에 올라타 있어 Am I crazy? Yeah, maybe My God, 어디가 상처만 커지는 걸 옆에 누운 널 볼 때마다 따뜻했던 추억들을 왜 자꾸 더럽혀 잘 지내고 있다가 또 어김없이 찾아온
Okay, time for my mood tracker. I'm actually gonna not spend as much time as usual on these, but as for this particular mood tracker, I decided I wanted to do like a cute little basket just sitting in like a little field of mushrooms. I thought it would be really cute. It kind of alludes to my the look of one of my quote pages. I actually liked it. It was uber duper pretty. The basket ended up coming out really nicely. I'm actually really surprised about that because I was like, oh, maybe the basket won't come out as pretty as I want it to, specifically because it was like this weird rounded basket that I took a lot of time in sketching because I was like looking for different types of like picnic baskets, and I really want one of these little rounded wicker basket bags, and honestly I thought this was like just too cute. It takes a lot shorter of a time than I thought it would. I ended up having to change the color of like the weaving, I guess, but overall this was just ended up coming out so cute. And I ended up adding like a little bit of like the, I can't remember what those heart plants are called, but the heart-shaped goodness gracious, the plants at the top. I ended up adding those too because I felt like it was, the basket wasn't tall enough to like, you know, add in so much, you know, how do you say it? Goodness gracious, I cannot speak English at all. Added more height to the picture. And then for the first time ever, I also ended up taking my time to end up having to draw over my my words for like my mood tracker and stuff because I know what it is. I was fine with it. I usually try not to overlap the drawings with like the actual, you know, work and things like that, but I was lazy and I wanted to anyways. As for the mushrooms, they're kind of cute mushrooms. I like them. I think they're pretty adorable. Enjoy the rest of the freaking video. I don't really know. Have fun.
잘 지내니 걱정은 말길 네가 다른 사람 만난다 해도 잘 살길 바랄 뿐이지. 아직도 비가 내리면 빗소리를 빗삼아 너를 끄적이곤 해. 괜찮지 않아 난 내일도 알람이 아닌 그리움이 날 깨울 게 뻔해. 난 다시 한번 날 너 안고 싶어 잡고 싶어 너의 반짝인 눈 속에서 날 보고 싶어. 이렇게 널 보내고 왜 속에 살고 있어. 혹시 노래를 듣게 돼도 그냥 듣고 흘려줄래. 난 나에게 돌아오지 마. 날 보지 마. 지나쳐가. 넌 행복해야 하니까 널 닮은 사람과 행복하게 살아. 그리워하면서도 미워했어 널. 결국에 난 엄마 앞에서까지도 눈물을 보이고 맘 아프게 하고 그게 불효지 뭐. 대체 넌 왜 나라는 사람의 살만하던 삶에 들어와 불행하게 만들어버린 건지 난 묻고 싶고 그 대답을 꼭 듣고 싶다고. 못된 나의 원망뿐이던 저희 몰래 아파야 했던 이 맘을 이제야 할 것 같아. 내가 더 나빠 더 나빠. Baby baby 네 말이 다 맞는 것 같아. 옆에서 웃고 있는 여자 정말 예쁜 것 같아. 네 옆에서 웃고 있는 여자 정말 예쁜 것 같아. 우린 오랜 시간 서로 잘 맞는다 생각했지만 지금 곁에 있는 사람이 더 어울리는 것 같아. 내가 알던 너의 미소 내 손을 꼭 잡아주던 너 이제 그 옆자리는 내가 아냐. 너 나를 제일 친한 친구라고 소개하는 널 보면서 그저 웃음만 짓는 내가 싫어. Hello, how you been? 어떻게 지내? 수백 번도 묻고 싶은데 넌 나랑 너 없이도 잘 지내는지 난 이렇게나 아프고. Hello, how you doing? 너의 타임라인 몰래 훔쳐보네. 난 네가 떠난 뒤로 끝이 없는 미로처럼 네 곁을 맴돌아. 뱃소리만 울려도 혹시 널까봐 어긋난 기대 아직 놓기 힘든 걸.
Okay, I know the voiceover is a little bit later in the video right now, but I wanted to talk about this particular idea for the stool with the mushroom on it. So I was thinking of things to put over here, and I was like, I don't want to do any more mushrooms. I don't want to add any more legs with shoes. I don't want to add anything too detail oriented, but yet here I am making a freaking pot on a stool. Now this particular freaking drawing was just so taxing, and even when I was sketching it, I was trying to figure out the good dimensions for the stool and then to have the pot on top. I was going to draw a different set of freaking mushrooms to go on top, but like after spending so long on that, I was just like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna copy and paste. I can't keep doing this with y'all, and I was over it to the point where my freaking Procreate ended itself. And I thought I lost everything, but I didn't, thank goodness. But this particular moment right here, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. After a while, I was tired. I'd been here for too long, and I was over it. So here is just the endings of my the rest of the journal, and I was actually start merging everything down so it could be in like one cohesive place. It makes it so much easier for me. And now I finally am going to also just go ahead and write down the days of the week so they can be like, you know, in their place. Yes, my weeks start on Mondays. That's just how my life goes. I don't do anything Wednesdays. I don't post anything on Wednesdays. I mean, not Wednesdays, but Sundays. I don't post anything on Sundays, not because I'm religious or anything, because I'm not, but just because I choose that to be my day of like absolutely nothing, especially when I have like shows that I watch on those days of the week. So here are the quote pages and the last bits of my flip throughs for my bullet journal. Guys, I actually really hope you enjoy this video because I love this theme. Tell me what your favorite theme that I've ever done is, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.